Today we're going to replace this MacBook battery, and here is the new battery that we're going to put in there. It is a MacBook Pro, model number A1278. It's a 2012 unit, and it has never ever had the battery replaced. So we're looking at a device that's about 10 years old. Still a good device. It is a MacBook Pro. It is the higher end of all the MacBooks when you look at the MacBook, and then you got the MacBook Air, and obviously the MacBook Pro, which is the top of the line. So what makes this issue with the battery on this device so peculiar is as soon as you disconnect the charger or the charging cable here, it completely turns off. So here we are at the setup screen, and I'm just going to unplug this and see what happens. Yeah, so battery is completely dead. It definitely needs to be replaced. Obviously it's a 10-year-old device, you shouldn't let it go that long anyway. So let's go ahead and do that. So you should have a magnetic mat or some kind of reference mat for you to mark or know exactly where all the screws are going when you take them out. So I'm going to slide this up a little bit. So once you start removing the screws, you can just set them on the mat the same way that you remove them, because in many Mac computers the screws are different sizes, different lengths. So you don't want to have a long screw going in somewhere that's supposed to be for a smaller screw or shorter screw, because you can mess something up. It can poke through something and you don't want that to happen. So as you take these out, just make sure you know where they go. Don't just throw them like in a little pile, because they do tend to be different on some Mac models. So far these look like they're all the same size, but you never know. It's just good practice, and if you make good habits, you will see these are extra long. You see that? So they're all short everywhere else, and then I guess all the way along the back you're gonna have these real long ones, or maybe just one or two, who knows, we'll see. You can see why we're doing that here. Yeah, it's another long one there. So all the ones in the back should be all long screws. And that's just going to make it easier for you once you put everything back. But look, you got a short one there. So good suggestion is have them put away that way so you know where everything goes later. Once you got your screws out, just reach in the back here somewhere, and you should be able to just take that cover out, slide it out, put it off to the side, and then here's your battery. And as you can see, the battery here is, well, you may not notice it, but it does look like it's a little I don't know, it might be, I mean, it was pushing a little bit on the bottom, I can feel it, so it definitely needs to be replaced. Nothing to worry about, just you don't want to be poking at it with something metal. It is, like I said, this is a good device. It's got a 500 gigabyte hard drive. I think the RAM is short, I believe it's only 4, but nonetheless, for a 10-year-old device, not bad at all. The first thing you want to do is you want to disconnect the battery before you start removing any screws. You want to make sure that there's no power going to it. Even though this battery is technically dead, you saw what happened as soon as we unplugged it. You want to use something that's plastic like this, and then just disconnect the battery. So you're going to pry from the bottom up gently, just like that. It's disconnected. It's officially disconnected, and then we can go ahead and remove the screws. So the screws that hold down the battery, which is right here and right here, are not Phillips like you see here. They're actually tri-wing. So this guy here is the one we're going to use, and it's going to be our go-to driver. And just like we mentioned before, you want to set these screws aside so that you know where they go afterwards, just in case they're different size. And I believe these are a different size too. You see that? You got a longer one and a shorter one. So be conscious of that, make it a good habit, and you'll be fine. Once it's officially loosened, the way you bring it out, you don't just want to lift it up, because these metal brackets here for the screws are not going to allow it to come up. So you kind of have to pull it up that way and then pull it kind of push it away from you and then pull it up. So what I do is, you see this little tab here, this sticker, I guess, it'll allow you to pull it up, and then you just push it away from you a little bit and then it'll come out. Simple as that. So on with our new battery. Pretty much self-explanatory. The way that the old battery came out, this is going to go in kind of like the same way, in the opposite way. You might want to pull this sticker out that's on it. You don't want to leave the sticker on there. I'll tell you why. It's going to basically let the battery overheat, and these batteries need to have some kind of heat dissipation, and the plastic that comes with it shouldn't be left on there. So once you do that, just slide it in there, let it drop down, and you see this tab, you want to leave it on there, because this tab is what's going to make it easier next time when you need to remove it. So once you got that in there, everything is in reverse order. So we have our two screws that hold down the battery. Remember, you have a longer one on one side and a shorter one on the other. As long as you took it out the proper way and set it aside the proper way, you should be fine. So once you have your screws in there, you're going to go ahead and tighten them. Just remember to set your screws aside the same way you took them out, just to make it easier when it comes time to getting them in there, okay? Once you got the screws in there, then you can go ahead and connect the battery. So just be careful when you get this connector down there, because there are pins there, so you just want to make sure that if you can feel that it's going in there, then you can go ahead and just push it in, and you're good to go. And finally, before you get your plate in there, you just want to make sure that this is tucked this way and not that way, just so whenever you need to remove the battery, you have this little tab to pull on. So you can go like this and just simply let it fall into place. And as long as you can see all your holes in there, then you can go ahead and get your screws in. Just remember the practice we mentioned at the beginning. You just want to make sure that you have your screws placed somewhere where you know where each screw exactly came from. I forgot I had my wall stick charging, and it's fully charged, so that just makes it easier when you're putting in screws and you just need something a little quicker. Alright, and the last thing you want to do is connect it. It'll come on, and the fact that the light is red is indicating to you that the new battery you just put in is charging. Before it was green because it was only relying on your plug power, not the battery. But now it's charging the battery, so that's 2 thumbs up. If you like this video and it was able to help you, please give us a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it big time. Thank you so much for watching.